Greetings! I return from the dead. My name is Magnus. What is Honkai Star Rail? That's a very good question, my dear. For the chronologically uninitiated, it's a gacha game that is somehow still popular despite most people playing the game quitting after failing a 50-50 to Yang Qing, or spending your golden companion spirit on literally anything but Ranmei. Win or lose, the only winning move is not to play. Every month, I dump my €5 into the express thingamajig, leaving a stain on my bank account. Each day, I come back, and my daily quests and express thingamajig have already established a new Silk Road to carry my Stellar Jade. That's basically HSR players. They're emotionally destined to roll for their favorite characters, only to roll for those that are deemed non-Powercreep by the community later on. Cock-blocking an F2P newbie prepares the player for a lifetime of financial incontinence, which begins even on departure warp. MOC 12 going up my prostate. I'm dead, are the last words said by the hardcore epic gamer playing Honkai Star Rail. Their lifeless body is found at the computer, and upon being taken to the doctor, it was discovered that the less than 5 feet gremlins that their son was screaming at was in fact popular characters Clara and Bailu from Honkai Star Rail. And this will be your fate should you ignore my warnings. Now, the question on everyone's mind is Honkai Star Rail better than Genshin? I can't answer that because I haven't played Genshin in a while. Then again, this is comparing between emotionally unstable whale account players who are screaming at Siren mains to the F2Ps standing shy at the front lines. They're not playing to have fun, they're playing to forget, because the first stretch of the game is their last bastion of sanity before an endless sea of words and misery. Additionally, every dollar spent on Oneric shards and HSR is spent on the 2029 Terminatorification of the American stock market. Every dollar spent on skins is another calorie consumed by Shoji. And you will continue in your hopes of finding a she's literally me waifu who turns out to have a dark past like everyone else, in hopes that her nihilistic tendencies may combine with your spending problems. You will flood the earth with your broke, limbless lops that even Ranmei was like, I didn't make those. The meek shall be discardable 3-star light cones, and the average 50-50 loose pole will be Japard. Son, I have a confession to make. I invested all your trust funds into Siren E6, and unfortunately, I lost everything. Luckily though, I still have the $300 Siren bow I spent the additional living costs on, and hopefully, we're able to remain stable when your deranged mother cosplays Legacy at TwitchCon. Unfortunately, we're in debt, and I have to sell you off to the clutches of people who averagely rage at anomaly arbitration. Please, forgive me, as I've been unable to forgive myself. Though it's been evident in basically all Hoyoverse games, you can really see the philosophy that they're going for. Teenagers, for the manically horny. Young adults, am I gay now? And children, for fine-on mates. Why even spend money on Oneric shards to give your character more eidolons, when you can save 87% or more by lacing their intestines with marinol for the same effect? I have a theory, and it pertains to all gacha games that exist out there, both new and old. F2P events and rewards don't fix the problem. They only serve to stifle the copium spirit. Now everyone's become a little doo-doo master, skirting around with their whale account to infuriate you so that they can get you banned for 2,000 years. You know what that makes you? You're the same fucking rich kid who cries to the principal during important meetings. Snitches get stitches, and if we were here, we'd take you to Copenhagen and stone you to death in Christian's ball. You cannot suppress your inner emotions when playing this. We are the whales of capitalism. You could not lobotomize. Similarly, that's why even using mods for this game can get you banned. The only reason for it is for Shinju Fu Huan, intern at Hoyoverse, to tariff the shit out of my purchase buttons and destroy my account. You wanna know how you preserve the best units? You make a Smurf account. That way you can preserve some great units that you don't have enough for, just in case. That doesn't mean they will be effective though, this just means that you will now have a failed F2P account that cannot get past the Slumber Nana quest. Despite all this, Hoyo chooses to do nothing, as anything they've ever tried to improve for this game has always been for the worst. Come back in a few years, and there will be a CLA rerun, and Castorus will be a T4, and simply thinking of rolling for CLA activates the 50-50 fail state. Honkai Star Rail is like a transitional period of life. It does not represent years, but rather a before and after for people who played the game. Nefix failed to get Siridra, he fell into post-Star Rail depression. My friend got Anaxa, now they're lustful for all men. And I roll for the Herd SE1. I now take subcutaneous estrogel pads with no prescriptions provided by my doctor, and I've never felt better. However, to realize the truth in all of this. We must realize that we're not locked inside a cage, and like a Charmony dove, we may choose to simply fly away. Despite all this, I have a genuine reason to like this game. It is the best psychological evaluation out there. Forget the MBTI. We need to make people do job interviews and making the applicants play HSR. Everything you need to know about a person's main is simply the type of unit they decide to go out with and have no sustains. If you're someone who witnessed the recent revival of DOT and have had the sanity to even try for Kafka's E1, you've already gained my trust and we stand as one. I rendered this in 4K 60 FPS on my prone to failure dishwasher ROG. Hopefully the extra effort comes through. The interior of the PC is a manifestation of Pharaoh's curse, and each grain of sand is proof of its existence. It is also around this time that I realized that I've been recording with an unupgraded Windows 10 without the warning that it was ending support, at least on my device. However, like a mama bird vomiting all my wasted spendings back into your mouth, I know what you truly need. And so, it is my most fortunate news that I refuse to upgrade to Windows 11 anytime soon. In fact, I'll make it better. I'll downgrade to Windows Vista. I'm sorry not sorry for the long delay. May Constance not be a super break support when I come back to Star Rail months later. Your Honor, have a good star railing.